भगवान तो हो नहीं सकते, इंसान तो लगते नहीं, और शैतान से मैं नहीं डरता.
These are the lines spoken by the great Feroz Khan in his introduction scene in his magnum opus Qurbani. We are talking about Qurbani today, but more than Qurbani, we're actually talking about Feroz Khan, stylish actor, one of the most popular stars of the 70s and 80s, a filmmaker who's given you some of the best films of the era and has been often underrated as far as the storytelling, as far as the storyteller aspect of his goes. What makes Qurbani an interesting film is that this is a film that Feroz Khan truly believed in. This is a film that he put his last penny on the line for. In fact, Feroz Khan was very famous in quoting that the shirt on his back was also mortgaged for the film that he was making. It was a vision that he had of some kind of style which Hindi cinema lacked. And this is exactly what Feroz Khan wanted to achieve with films like Aparadh, where he played a car racer, or Dharmatma, which was a remake of The Godfather, and Qurbani, which is his third film as a director, and it's a loose remake of an American film called The Master Touch, which came out in the mid 1970s. But what makes Qurbani an interesting film is that it takes all the elements which Feroz Khan was famous for and combines them with the classic popular Hindi cinema templates and almost redefines the storytelling style or the narrative from the second hero's point of view. We'll be looking at this and much more and celebrating the cinema and the legacy of Feroz Khan in this episode. So without further ado, let's go back in time and relive the magic of Feroz Khan and Qurbani. Films often manage to capture the zeitgeist. It's not an uncommon phenomenon. But very few films manage to capture the era that they were made in and remain fresh even years and years after they first come out. So one such example could be Dev Anand's Teen Deviyan. Now technically Amarjeet, who was the PRO at Navketan Films, has been credited as the director of Teen Deviyan. But legend has it that it was Dev Saab who directed it. Now if you see Teen Deviyan, or if you see Hare Rama Hare Krishna, or even if you see Des Pardes, these films are about that era and that period, but they are also relevant today. Now, Feroz Khan's cinema, be it Aparadh or Dharmatma, even Qurbani to a great extent, are very much rooted in the period that they were made in. So it's the early 70s, the mid 70s, and the late 70s or early 1980s. So if you see Aparadh, you can see all the elements, foreign travel, you can see the sound of disco coming in.
विस्की पियोगे?
पिलाओगे तो पी लूंगा.
You can see stylish cars and that kind of environment which usually you would not associate with popular Hindi films, because this was also an era where the angry young man films were very popular, and this was also an era where the middle cinema was coming into its own. So reality, along with the art cinema movement also, so the reality or the depiction of reality in Hindi films was undergoing a transformation of sorts. And this is where Feroz Khan's Qurbani comes and just redefines the template as far as the visual palette of Hindi films go. Now, Feroz Khan, the reason Feroz Khan started directing films was that he was not getting the kind of roles that would suit his personality. He had this larger than life aura. He was a very popular leading man, and he was also one of the few leading men of the late 60s and 70s who could play the second hero, the parallel lead, or even the anti-hero, and still manage to walk away with the accolades. So a few films which come to mind in this aspect are Aadmi Aur Insaan.
मुनीश, तुम मेरे दोस्त हो. दोस्ती में एहसान और बदला नहीं हुआ करता. मुझे तो बस इस बात की खुशी है कि तुम वापस आ गए और मेरा दायां हाथ बन के काम करोगे.
और even Safar.
सूरज तो कब का डूब चुका है. आपको पता नहीं चला होगा. रात काफी हो चुकी है बाहर. शायद इसलिए आपने बत्ती नहीं जलाई.
If you see these films, then you realize that narrative-wise, these films may not give Feroz Khan's character that kind of space or those kind of, good dialogues to make an impact. But he's no way less than the hero. In fact, in Aadmi Aur Insaan, Feroz Khan even walked away with the Filmfare Award for the Best Supporting Actor. And legend has it that Dharmendra was not too kicked with the idea that the anti-hero or the second lead got more praise. But that's a completely different issue. Feroz Khan was not getting the kind of films that would suit his personality, or so he believed, and that is why he started making films. So the first film, if you see, that he directed, Aparadh, which is set in Europe and on the race circuit, you know this is not the kind of film that you have seen ever before. Similarly for Dharmatma, a very loose remake of The Godfather. But if you see the Afghanistan portions, and if you see how Kamal Bose's camera blocks the movement, you realize that there is a little more to Feroz Khan than just being a good-looking star, or a producer. There's a filmmaker in him who needs to have a perfect setting to tell his story, and nothing could be more perfect than Kurbani. Now, if you see the artwork of Kurbani, it also tells you that it is a two-hero project, because both heroes get the equal kind of prominence. But it's interesting that this film was originally offered to Amitabh Bachchan. The Vinod Khanna role was supposed to be played by Mr. Bachchan, and Khan Saab waited for a long time for Amitabh Bachchan to come around. But Vinod Khanna is perfectly cast in the film.
आज आपके आदमियों ने वो हरकत की है जो मैं जिंदगी भर नहीं भूल सकता.
He brings the kind of balance, the silent, brooding balance to Feroz Khan's flamboyance and this over-the-top personality. And in between is Zeenat Aman's character. So the film the story of the film is very basic. It's written by K.K. Shukla with dialogues by Kader Khan. It's the story of Rajesh, who's a motorcycle stunt driver, and he's also a safe cracker.
छू मंतर काली कलकत्ते वाली तेरा वचन न जाए खाली.
And he likes this nightclub singer Sheila, played by Zeenat Aman. And due to some reasons, Rajesh ends up being in the jail for a little while. And there is another gangster who is trying to go straight, played by Vinod Khanna, who meets Sheila. And they develop feelings. But when Rajesh comes out, Sheila goes back to Rajesh, and they become friends of sorts. But there is this underlying current. And Rajesh's character has to pull off one last job in order to buy the freedom that he craves.
दोस्त, ये रहे 50,000 रुपए एडवांस के तौर पर रख लो. काम खत्म होने पर 5 लाख और.
And both the friends decide that they will rob. They will do a robbery, and they will run off to London. But fate intervenes, and Feroz Khan stays back in India. He's imprisoned. And Sheila and Amar end up being in London, and then Rajesh comes, and there's a lot of confusion, but in the end, Vinod Khanna's character dies. So that's the story. And if you see, there are many elements in Kurbani that simply raise the experience for a viewer, even though the story is very straight on. One of the big factors in the film's success was the music. The music is composed by Kalyanji Anandji, and Viju Shah is one of the arrangers of the score of Kurbani. But Kurbani's music, the highlight of Kurbani's music is the song composed by Biddu. Viewers of Cinemazi would remember seeing a video that we made on Biddu. In case you haven't, the link is in the description. Please go and check that video out. So Biddu's composition, Aap Jaisa Koi Meri Zindagi Mein Aaye, is also what introduced the sound of disco to Hindi films. Now, why I like Kurbani is simply because it's the film which gives you the Feroz Khan that you like. It's the film that gives you the Vinod Khanna that you like, and I'm a huge Zeenat Aman fan. And for me, this is the ultimate Zeenat Aman film. So all these three characters are very well cast. But the other characters in the film, be it Amjad Khan, who plays this this really hard as nails but funny cop.
जब ये वर्दी पहनाई जाती है ना, सबसे पहली बात ये सिखाई जाती है, जो कुछ अपनी आंखों से देखो उस पर यकीन मत करो, जो अपने कानों से सुनो उस पर यकीन मत करो, अपनी अक्ल इस्तेमाल करो, सच्चाई की तलाश करो और उसके बाद, सिर्फ उसके बाद यकीन करो.
After Sholay and Shatranj Ke Khiladi, if there is one Amjad Khan film that really matches up to the personality that Amjad Khan went on to become, is Kurbani. There are a lot of other characters in the film. There's Amrish Puri, there's Aruna Irani. Jagdeep plays this boxing obsessed guy who's always wearing a t-shirt of Muhammad Ali on it.
ये होटल बना के उन्होंने हमारा चौथार कर दिया, नहीं तो हम आज बहुत बड़ा चैंपियन होता. दूसरा लगा के अरे सोनी लिस्टर उसका पिस्टन बना दिया होता. जो फिर अरे उसके रेजर बना देता सेवर खुला और मोहम्मद अली खिले अरे उसको बोरी बंदर ले जाता और पूरा ट्रेन पकड़ बच्चा अपना गाँव पूछा दूसरा लगा के.
But what is one of the most interesting thing about the casting of the film is Shakti Kapoor's role. Now Shakti Kapoor plays Vikram, this hot-headed gangster.
मैंने कहा shut up you bastard. और कुछ सुनना है?
Now it's very interesting the way Shakti Kapoor landed this role. So Shakti Kapoor was struggling in Bombay and he was knocking on producers' doors every now and then. And during that period, legend has it that he was driving this car and he banged his car into some other car. And he got out and he flew in such rage and he gave it to the other guy without realizing that the guy he was fighting with was actually Feroz Khan. Now Khan Sahab is also legendary for his anger and he has a large heart. He's a large-hearted guy, but you can't get onto the wrong side of Khan Sahab. But Khan Sahab was so mesmerized by looking at this guy that he kept looking at him. And later, Shakti Kapoor says that I realized that what I had done, so he just zoomed off from that place and he was hiding. He didn't want to come out because he knew that what he had done. But anyway, Feroz Khan sent him a message saying that I wanted to cast you in a role because that anger that you displayed was fantastic. And if you see that film, you realize why Khan Sahab did that.
अभी हमारी एक मुलाकात और होगी और वो तुम्हारे लिए आखिरी होगी.
For the audiences, there were a lot of firsts associated with Kurbani as well. This is the first time they saw an action sequence where a brand new Mercedes-Benz was smashed. It was also the first time that the audiences saw synchronized disco lighting in a film, and Feroz Khan hired some of the best technicians across the world when it came to doing these kind of things. In fact, the stunt directors were hired from UK. The UK portion had a special second unit directors for the UK portion. That's why you see that finesse in the action sequences. The songs were recorded in London at the HMV's Abbey Road studios, and you realize that is why the quality of sound is so good. And even today, 40 years later, when you hear Kurbani's songs, you understand why that sound is so good and still so fresh. Kurbani also inspired a Tamil remake of the film. The film was called Viduthalai and it had Rajnikant, Vishnuvardhan and Madhvi reprising the Feroz Khan, Vinod Khanna and Zeenat Aman role. But once again, that film is very interesting because of the great Sivaji Ganeshan playing the Amjad Khan role. Many years later, there were talks about a remake of Kurbani, which Khan Sahab decided to do himself, and he had zeroed in on Fardeen playing the Feroz Khan role. No prizes for guessing why. But there was no other popular leading star who agreed to do the second role, the Vinod Khanna role. So for a brief period, Saif Ali Khan was being considered. Later, Akshay Khanna was also in the running. But once Feroz Khan passed away, that remake and all talks of the remake also ended. The reason why Kurbani still works today is that the basic story, the dialogues, the interplay between the characters is timeless. It's not of that period, it's the basic human nature. Thieves trying to go straight, people forced to do desperate things, friendship, honor, love, trust. These are emotions which cut across generations and cut across cultures. So when you see something like this on screen, and you see something like this with the kind of garnishing that Feroz Khan has, it's hardly any surprise that you still like Kurbani even today. I quite enjoy talking about Kurbani and talking about Feroz Khan because I feel that there are certain filmmakers and even certain stars and actors who became popular, who were loved by the masses, who were adored by the industry insiders. But even then, there is something missing when it comes to understanding their legacy or celebrating their body of work. And Feroz Khan is one such personality. I quite enjoyed doing this episode, and I hope you also had a good time. And what could be better? Watch this episode and go and watch Kurbani. And once you watch Kurbani, come back and watch this again. Thank you so much for watching our videos, and thank you for all your comments and the feedback. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you know the next time we put up a video. Thanks for watching.